Hey, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
The only promoter that has never instructed IFL, you, Coogan, to not ask me something. You're going to say about the Leonard Ellerbe thing, aren't you? And I was actually quite baffled that you never asked me about it yesterday. In fact, no one asked me about it. So, yeah, I was quite surprised because I thought it was big talking news. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it has been like a common theme of the interviews we've done over the last few weeks. And he said his little bit, but now he's come out full guns blazing, saying if you come within 10 feet, I don't know how long his arms are, but 10 feet, he is going to start swinging.
How scary. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess he's just trying to use my name for a bit of publicity for himself, but I don't know. It's weird because the Americans don't really get it. I watched that interview and he's like, if he keeps on disrespecting me, all I said was that the Devin Haney fight was bigger than the Tank fight. And the guy, all he does is just slag me off and like tweets of people slagging me off the whole time. And I say that and he loses his marbles. So, I don't know. I was thinking the other day, Leonard against Hearns, right? You get Floyd to train Ellerbe, you get Reynoso to train me, right? 90-10 split for me, obviously. You only got to look at the numbers, right? Social, whatever. 10 million minimum guarantee for me. And I may make it happen. Because I'm that bad, it would have to be a lot of money. Because I've mentioned it to my old man before, just joking about, you know, like all these sort of exhibition bouts, and he was like, because he come to watch me fight when I had a couple of amateur bouts, right, contrary to people not believing that, and he quite openly states that I was absolutely dreadful, and he said that there shouldn't really be any amount of money for you to accept one of those because you will get knocked out. So I'm definitely not going to do it.
Those are the words of Eddie Hearn as he ponders on the idea for $10 million minimum to take on Leonard Ellerbe. You know, of course, Leonard Ellerbe has came out and said, hey, I'll knock him out within, 10 feet. He comes 10 feet of me, I'll punch him in the face, I'll knock him out. Don't play with me. Y'all got it. Y'all gonna get that boy hurt. You know, and he said, well, hey, you know, that sounds scary. Kind of sarcastic, but, you know, I don't really know. Because, you know, again, he's British. So, I think, at the end of the day, I think that Eddie Hearn, if somebody came up with that type of money, he might welcome that shit, maybe. But I like how Eddie Hearn plays his own abilities down. Okay, like he doesn't really let on to be, or he doesn't play the tough role. He doesn't play the prideful, I can kick everybody's ass type of person. He's not doing that. He's not taking that route. He's taking the low road. Some people would call that the high road. And I have to remind you guys that I think this was last year, maybe it was a couple years ago. And, you know, Hearn, that motherfucker's like 6'4". He's like 6'4", and got, you know, he's tall, lanky, got a build like Leonardo DiCaprio, which is none. Swanky, if anything. He doesn't have like an athletic build or nothing. But I seen him, I forget who he was punching, but he gave a pretty good punch to a guy when he put some gloves on. So he might just be bullshitting people, you know, and making people think that he can't fight to play it down. If something does pop off from Leonard Ellerbe, the rival promoter, he'll be ready and surprise the shit out of everyone, and that shit'll go wild. The fucking reporters will have a frenzy over that he punched Leonard Ellerbe and knocked him down or something. You know what the tabloids and the titles would say. Yo, Eddie Hearn punched Leonard Ellerbe at a press conference, right? In an altercation. So it could go like that. And I know what Eddie's doing. He's downplaying that. He doesn't want any drama. He's a businessman. But then what he's doing is he's setting himself up to look good if something did happen like that. But he did say he's respectful. Like if he says I come in 10 feet, I better stay 11 feet away from him. You know, he's not trying to insinuate anything. However, him saying 90-10 split That's automatically insulting to Leonard Ellerbe. If he said that the Tank fight was less than the Devin Haney fight and he wanted to knock him out over that, imagine what he would think if he only took 1090. Oh, he'd be ready to maul you on sight. But I want to remind you people on something. This isn't like a fight these aren't fighters. These are just guys that really don't like each other. Or should I say Leonard Ellerbe really don't like Eddie Hearn. And it wasn't one of those situations where something could be orchestrated. This is a situation, this is real life. This could happen if Leonard Ellerbe, maybe he's on that yak or something like that. You know, attack on sight is not a boxing fight. Bars. But seriously, this ain't a situation where they're even talking about that type of thing. Eddie Hearn brought it up because it's all about the money, baby. Right? But at the end of the day, Leonard Ellerbe saying that like, hey, I will fuck that boy up. You know, so I don't even think that he's about welcoming an exhibition match between the two. But it would be interesting because Leonard Ellerbe, you know, he's bald-headed. Everybody talks about his nose and the way his shit is cut and all that. But he is a pretty solid dude. So I would imagine if he caught Eddie Hearn with a hook or something, yeah, he'd fuck him up. You know what I mean? But I think Eddie Hearn knows now, like, hey, thanks for the warning because I know not to get near this guy because I know what his intention. He was straight act ignorant, right? With Eddie Hearn. But it just shows you what type of rivalry and what that will do to a person's mindset. You know, what a person would resort to. You know what I mean? If they were winning. And that shows you. You see Eddie Hearn, he's calm, cool, collective because you know he's winning. Why do you think he brought up 90-10 split? Because he knows I'm doing bigger numbers than Mayweather Promotions are. Matchroom versus Mayweather Promotions, that's not really a big thing. Okay? And I got another video coming and proving that, you know, a little later. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn pondering on the idea of a celebrity promotional matchup between himself and Leonard Ellerbe. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.